Because when I was in the streets, being a so-called gangster, nobody's gangsters in the street in real life, because you only find out if you're a real G if you're in the pin, if you're in a PC up, or go all the way. Because in the streets, everybody's a G, so the streets really don't count. What up, loved ones? What it do? It's Pare Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're new to this channel right here, just hit the subscribe button real quick. Give it a like if you think it's cool, if you think it's real. Hell yeah, man. Right now, I want to take this opportunity to basically shout out all my supporters out there, man. I appreciate y'all to death. I love y'all to death. And all of this was not going to be possible if it wasn't for you guys. Where you guys at? Which country? Basically worldwide, man. You know, so many countries to mention. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you very much. To those who don't know, I also got a Triple R clothing, which stands for Real Recognize Real. That's how much I really do recognize real. And yo, that's what y'all doing to me. So thank you. Pushing forward, man. I do want to apologize for not uploading any videos recently. Just basically just been caught up with work responsibilities and stuff like that. And I do have interviews lined up. It's just that the schedule just wasn't matching up, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's gonna be coming out soon. I also have some few announcements, some good news. Well, besides today is my birthday, man. It's I turned 33 today, July 25th. So this is like a little birthday speech video. Yeah. So anywho, the other news is I'm finally coming out on mainstream, man. You know, for the first time. I can't believe it, man. I did like an interview, and I'm waiting for basically by next week I should be uploading that interview here on mainstream. Philippines, though, I'm not talking about USA, mainstream Philippines, but still mainstream nevertheless, and it's still a blessing nevertheless. Actually, right now, there's been a typhoon going on here in the Philippines. What do you call this? It's called Typhoon Fabian, something like that. And man, people are suffering all over the Philippines, man, different areas. Some of their houses are flooded, you know, so that's just they're going through it right now. So that's the reason why we should always appreciate everything that we have and count our blessings. Because luckily in my area, there's really not that much flood, and you know, because it's been raining. To those who don't know, it's been raining here for the past week, the whole week, every day. So just imagine that. Just imagine the other areas that are going through it right now. So to those, you might want to check up on your peoples, those that don't know about it, see if they're cool or they're alright, you know. Yeah, man, that's what I do every time. I count my blessings. I'm not doing life. I didn't catch murder in prison. I'm not doing life in prison. I'm basically, I'm free out here in the real world, you know. I'm not dead, you know. I'm still breathing. I'm actually 33 right now, so I mean, you can't beat that. That's already a blessing as it is. So people just need to focus on the good stuff, so that they'll appreciate life more and stop complaining about the most nonsense. You know, I would use other words, but they weren't actually politically correct, and I'll get demonetized for being too real. So I guess this is still straightforward. Yeah, pushing forward. So I'm coming out on mainstream. Got an interview coming up. Let's see. Also, I want to address some of the questions on the. Let's see. Oh, before I start, let me do a quick recap. To those that are new to the channel, what the hell is Pare Young all about? Who is this guy, man? This guy right here was from the Philippines, or is from the Philippines, that went to United States, specifically in Los Angeles, California, and I got exposed to the gang culture at around 99, 2000. So I started hanging out with gang members because I wanted to be cool, and I didn't want to accept being punked or going out or turning down fades like others. That wasn't me. I wanted to fight back because violence was easy for me. I'm from the Philippines, where we're used to violence. Everybody here that got, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. So I wanted to fight back, be cool, and then at a young age of 12 years old, 13 years old, I had this mindset in my head that I was a Mr. Know-it-all. At that time, I believed that the world revolves around me. I was selfish. I only cared about how I feel, and I didn't really care about how anybody else felt. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that was my mentality, to the point where I just got into it more deeper and deeper, to the point where I found myself stuck in the California system, with all that gang kids that getting charged as an adult. Um, you know, gang enhancement. To those who don't know, California laws are no joke, especially to the gang members. So that's just how it is. So I found myself caught up in the prison system since I was 15 years old, all the way till, well, 13 years later. So I pretty much grew up in there and evolved from a little kid, from a 15-year-old little kid to a grown-ass dude inside the prison. This is where I learned almost all kinds of stuff, man. Some people even consider level 4 maximum security yards as universities in the gang world, you know. But I made a choice. I made a choice because people have options. You can either just do bad all the way to the point where the only outcome is prison for life and being dead basically. Because there's no half-ass, like some of these trolls out there. Oh yeah, I'm a G, I'm a retired G, but yeah, no, you're not. Because if you're a real G, if you're really with the business, then you should be dead right now, or you should be doing life, like all the other Pinoy homies in the pin doing life, all the other Asian homies in the pinta in the pin doing life, because they're with the business. That's just how it is, man. There's no I'm super CIA, I can just get away with all kinds of murder. Nah, you're not with the business because you're retired. This is how it is, man. Real G's out there doing life right now. Ask them. I was just with them. I know all about it, man. So, anywho, yeah, man. So basically, that's the outcome. Either I'm just gonna sell my soul for some money, join the whatever criminal organization, and attract more negative energy, attract more problems, or I can do the righteous thing and stop giving my family, because I got a family, still got a family that loves me. So I could stop giving them heartaches and headaches, and stop making them suffer because of my selfish action. I could do that, you know. So that was my option. So this is exactly what I'm doing, and I'm sharing my story, of course, without throwing the homies in the pin under the bus. Sharing my story from my point of view, so that the kid that I used to be when I was a street gang member on the streets, how I used to feel, so they don't have to go to the whole prison system altogether, because there's no telling if they're gonna end up catching life or they're gonna PC up. If they're gonna PC up, and then just to say, for example, they go back to the streets, they're gonna have some kind of mental issues, because they were hanging out with sex offenders and they were PCs. So that's not a good thing. None of this is a good thing, basically. So that's what Pare is all about, man. I know how it feels to be a street gang member, because when I was in the streets, being in a so-called gangster, nobody's gangster in the street in real life, because you only find out if you're a real G if you're in the pin, if you're gonna PC up or go all the way. Because in the streets, everybody's a G, so the streets really don't count. I don't know if you I don't know if you truly understand that, because in the streets it's like 6'9", it's like everybody is a G. You know what I mean? I could be in the streets right now. I could act like I'm a G. But how do I know that I don't go to the prison and PC up? Nobody knows that because you haven't been to that position, and a lot of other people they did. You know. So, yeah, man, I know how it feels to be given a gun, and this while holding the gun, I know this. I know the psychology that goes on through my little brain at that time when I was a little kid. How it makes me feel invincible. How it makes me feel like I'm God. How it makes me feel like I could just murk anybody with just a finger, pulling a trigger, basically. I know how all of that feels because that was me before when I was a little kid, and this is the reason why I'm doing the whole thing, so that as an example of my rookie ass mistakes, you know, someone else would just learn from it and avoid all of this pain and suffering altogether. Or you can continue with that mindset. I don't give a fuck. Hey, I don't care. I don't care. I get life right now. I get life in prison right now. I'll murder all your motherfuckers. Or you can have that mentality and see where that takes you. Because we've seen it all, especially in the 4 yard, in the level 4 maximum security. We've seen some of the hardest fools PC up, tap out, lock it up. Because it's deeper than that. You got to do shoe terms to really put in work, to really put a name on, to really make a name for yourself out there. You got to be really deep, full throttle, in the pin, raising your hand, stabbing fools. Then how much? Then you're gonna end up catching more time, most likely you're gonna catch more life. You really want to be there for life. You want to hang out with a bunch of dudes, sausage party all day, every day in the pin. I mean, to each his own, I guess. But to those that don't want that life, just learn from someone else's mistake. It's smarter that way. You know, that's what I should have done. Well, but no crying over spilled milk. You know. So yeah, so that's what Pare is all about. And now he basically reversed it. Basically chose to do the legal things, which is stay away from the law, or become a law-abiding citizen. Don't be committing crimes anymore, and just no more headaches, man. You know what I mean? Should I sell my soul for some money? You just gotta ask that question to yourself, man. If that's whatever it is that you believe in. So anywho, yeah, man. So that's what Pare is all about. But for some reason, you still got these kids, or even some adults, but they're like kids in the head, that are making videos about me. They would pretend to be my friend, and then bust out to and start basically cloud chasing and making videos about me. That's hella lame. And they got all these people that are on the comment section. You can't help yourself commenting, fuck this hood, I'm banging on the internet. That's what PC does. Protective custody people, that's what they do. They bang on the internet. So is that you? Is that really that's what you do? GP mainline people, they don't do that. As a matter of fact, to those who don't know, if you're in GP and you're in the hole, and your neighbor was a PC, and he bangs on your door, on your wall all day, every day, all up in your van, talking shit to your head, you're not supposed to respond back. You know what I mean? So to those that are commenting, F your hood, you ain't shit, I'm the shit, net banging on the internet, you got another man, you got your feelings all worked up by another man. What does that make you? Does that make you a man or a woman? Think about it, big dog. Think about it. So you really think you're a man, but somebody else got your feelings all worked up? So you think that makes you a man or a woman? So yeah, man, good looking out. But like I said, without the trolls, uh, then I wouldn't be Pare Young, basically. You know what I mean? And if you was a real G, don't be a troll. Identify yourself like a man. Make a video if you have to, and then basically go on a DM. Hey, I'm over here in QC in Manila, Las Piñas, Parañaque. Come see me. Let me catch that fade. Cause I mean, that's all you can do. The only way you're gonna win is if you do some PC move from the back. That's about it. But really, like you can't no you can't really see me anyway. So there's really no point. And plus, there's like a 99.9% you're just gonna snitch to the police anyway. So none of that trolling matters. And I learned about that in prison because I got checked by my older pares, by my older homies. When I was a little kid, I was 18, fresh from YA, acting hard, talking shit to the police. One of the pare checked me like, the older pare like, hey youngster, what are you talking all that shit? You know, are you gonna bust a grape? Are you gonna stab that police right now? Catch that life, catch that 10 more years, 20 more years. Are you really gonna do that? Then why open your mouth? Why talk that shit? I was 18 years old. I was trying to comprehend this. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't want to catch life. All right, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut unless I really have to bust a grape by the code. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So that's one of my message to the trolls. But all of this works out. Like I said, all of this is we need that too also because like I said, I wouldn't be Pare Young without the trolls and without the haters and stuff. So there you go. What else? I'm going on mainstream. Good looking out. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Yes, that was specific. And then what else? That's about it. You know. That's all I have to say. And with that being said, you all know what time it is. Say what you mean and mean what you say, because real recognize real, homeboy. I'm out of here.